Guys, this tent is otherworldly. It's actually a very basic dome tent, but it's different than any other dome tent that I've ever owned or used, and it's because of what is inside. Darkness. I'm gonna show this to you, explain what it's all about, and tell you why I love it. So, let's jump in. Hey y'all, my name is Adam and this is Dad Camps, and I love getting outside with my kids and talking about all the gear that goes with it. If you like those things too, please hang out and subscribe. Today we're diving into one of the best budget-friendly tents on the market. It's the Coleman Sundome 6-person darkroom tent. And if you're looking for space, comfort, and a pretty unique feature that should help you get some extra sleep, this tent just might be for you. I'm gonna dive into all the details and let you know all you need to know about this tent. All right, so let's just cut to the chase. Here's what I love about this tent. It's the darkroom technology. So Coleman makes this technology called darkroom technology that supposedly blocks out 90% of sunlight.
Ooh la la.
And you know, as you can see right now, the sun is shining. So now I'm gonna take you inside, see if I can demonstrate how much darker it gets when you go inside. So let's check it out. It's got these pretty nice little, this reverse flap design here. So I think it's supposed to keep the rain out because it switches. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. There we go. If you can see that, it switches right there to block the rain off the top as well. And we go from full sun and we step into the dark realm inside. So here we go. Inside, let me zip us up again. There we go. I don't know if you can tell, but significantly darker inside here. And like I said, we're in full direct sunlight right now, and you can kind of see a little bit of a glow coming through right there. But you know, this right here is just the rainfly, and it's very dim. And you know, I don't have the rainfly staked on the sides there, so we're getting some flappage and getting some light flashing in here and whatnot. But this tent is great because in the mornings, there's been so many mornings we've camped in this thing, and you know, we think that it's early in the morning and like the light's starting to peek through, and then we think it's gonna be like 5 a.m. or something. We check our phones and it's like 8:30. It's like, whoa, everybody slept in. That's amazing. Because you know, that's how it is when you go camping, right? You go in as soon as the sun is up, the kids are up, and you're wide awake. And usually you're camping in the summertime. Up here in the Northwest, that means the sun's coming up at like 5 a.m. So this thing has been great for sleeping in when you're camping, as well as nap time. So this thing, obviously, this is in the middle of the day, peak sunlight right now, and you could actually get it pretty dim in here. So if you've got little kiddos that still need naps, fantastic for trying to give them naps while you're camping. It's always a struggle, but this is like the best shot you're gonna have. It also keeps it cool because it's so dark in here. You actually have a pretty cool spot to try to put them down. So if it's hot in the summertime and you're in the open sun, you can actually have a pretty nice spot, either for yourself to relax or, like I said, try to give kids naps and whatnot. So it's been fantastic for that. So that reason alone, this tent is totally worth its value. So let me dive into a little bit more of the features and let you know kind of what else I like about it and how it works. All right, let me try to give you a shot of the interior here. This is a pretty basic no-frills dome tent. You get 100 square feet of space. Like I said, this is the 6-person version, and it's 10 by 10. And in the middle, it is a little bit over 6 feet in the very middle. I am 6'2". And as you can see in the middle, I can stand straight up with my head just touching the top, which is pretty great. There's so many tents that I've been in that, I constantly have to duck. So to have a spot where I can actually stand up fully straight in this, it's great. So let me show you the window here. You got 2 windows, and Might give you kind of an idea of how much light you can get in. If you open up the window, kind of see how bright it is outside. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know if that's 90% or not, but it is significantly more dark in here, and that's pretty great. And then you get another window over here on the door. This tent actually ventilates really well. The rain fly goes out over the windows. You can see it right there on both sides, on the front and the back. Not really a full vestibule, but it's enough to cover the window. And so you could have it open if you needed to, even if it was a light rain. I've had that before. And then both of the sides are almost like 75% mesh. And then that's the rain fly on the outside there. So you stake out the rain fly a little bit on each side. You can get full ventilation in here. So in the summertime, you can actually still get most, you know, of the darkness effect in here while still having it ventilated. And it creates this super cool spot, you know, shady with ventilation, and perfect little nap zone for you. It's really a no frills tent, which is kind of nice actually. It's pretty basic. It's got one pocket in here. That's it. And one clip up at the top here for, you know, hanging a lantern. And other than that, that's really all you get on the inside, but it's kind of nice because it's less to break and less to worry about. The floor is really durable. I haven't had any issues with the floor. It's obviously a heavily reinforced material. Put the specs up on the screen on what it's made of. I usually run a tarp under this thing just to give it a little bit extra protection, and then, you know, gets us a little patio out there as well to, you know, take your shoes off and whatnot. All right, back outside here. Just want to try to demonstrate just how bright it really is out here. We're in full sun, no shade on the tent, and you saw how dark it was in there. Pretty amazing. You can kind of get a picture of the outside brightness versus inside the door there. Clearly you can see much darker. Whether it's 90% or not, I don't know, but it's good enough. This is a really great value tent. So this is the older version. There's a newer version out now. This version is still for sale. I saw it on Amazon for $145. And this is a banging deal for that price. Like, you're getting a lot of value out of this tent. The newer versions I think are $200, and even at that price, I'd say go for it for, you know, a basic family tent. You need a large tent, you want the darkroom technology. It's been a solid tent. Now, we haven't had this out in some extreme conditions yet. We've you know, had it out in some rain, but I would venture to guess that if you had this out in a actual like full like gale force storm, that it might struggle. I'm not saying that I've had that experience at all, but just keep that in mind if you're trying to get something that's very capable of handling a storm or weather. You might want to consider having a tarp over this if you're going to have significant rain. Or if it's very high winds, you know, you could guy it out a lot. They do have a lot of guy out points, and so you can tie the rain fly to the tent, secure these out to trees or stakes or what have you. And if you did all of that, if you did all of the guy outs, I'm sure this would do just fine. I just can't say that I have tested it in a full-on storm before. So if you're looking for something that's going to be a little more bomb-proof, you might want to look at going up in price a little bit, or look for something with a little bit more durability. Like I said, I've not had any issues with this whatsoever. Been very happy with it, and I don't have any specific like concerns to speak of as far as like durability, or if anything, you know, nothing is broken on it. We've been using this for, I don't know, 7 years or something like that, so we've gotten a lot of use out of it. Still haven't had any issues. All right, so if you have any other questions about this tent, drop them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. While you're there, if you don't mind hitting the like button, that would be awesome. Help this video to get out to more people. Like I said, I love the darkroom technology. Honestly, I can't really imagine getting another like dome tent that doesn't have this feature. It's so great, and especially with kids, it's a no-brainer and almost a must-have. And it's so cheap, so I can't imagine not getting it. If you want to check it out, I got the links in the description below. And if you want to check out some other tips for camping with kids, you can check out this video I made where I've got a few other hacks like the darkroom technology for you, specifically for camping with kids. So thanks for watching, and don't forget, you got this, Dad.
them in, okay?
Okay.